239 Uncensored Everything Southwest Florida and beyond. And we got the cups today. And I think Shannon's trying to talk. We got the lovely Shannon Livingston. I'm trying to turn it on just a little bit louder. Shannon, you're dressed in black.
Yes. Well, and purple. Can you see my purple?
Oh, no, I can't. No, I can't. I can't see it.
Well, I have to keep my legs together.
Well, yeah.
Ladies do that.
Yeah, you are a lady. We know that.
Thank you.
Very nice lady. And a friend. That makes it good. Every time I come in, every time you come in, Diana, we get a little bit of a rush.
You guys get excited, don't you?
when you walk by me today, there was a lady out in the parking lot, like she needed to get a book for class tonight or something like that, and I just like totally just like freaking walked right by you, like I didn't even know you were there.
Yeah, I felt like I was completely invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not the reaction I get from most men.
I'm just like, yeah, Shannon's here.
Yeah, no big deal.
We're expecting her. We're expecting her. No, but it's good.
But you're working all the time, which is nice to see.
No, and you get a little frustrated with me because sometimes you'll talk to me.
Sometimes.
And you not be my wife, but you talk to me and you say something, and then what you need to do is say, repeat what I just said to you, and then I have no clue.
No. That is definitely wife behavior. I just know that you have ADD, but the thing that bothers me is I'm sure that I have it too, self-diagnosed. And so when, I'm trying to talk to you about something and you go off about something else, then I completely forget what I was talking about.
Well, yeah, you do. I go, what were you just talking about? You're like, I have no freaking clue,
No idea. But I have new thoughts all the time, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's kind of good though, but I was thinking of something else and asking you and, all that stuff. So I had a really good weekend. It was fun. Yeah. I mean, yesterday was relaxing, got to have steak and had a cookout.
Is that when you were in the hot tub?
Yeah.
Now, do you cook the steak in the hot tub?
We do. We cook, yes.
You just turn up the hot tub.
The dessert.
Everybody get your stick. You can put your steak on it.
You know what the funny thing is? When you get in the freaking hot tub, like the first 30 seconds, they're like, how the fuck?
It's like
hot as shit. Yeah.
But you can just put some bouillon cubes in there.
I felt like, if you ever like boiled hot dogs, you get in there for a while, and also you start getting like all
they like bob up and down,
and then they split and break, and that's gonna happen to me, I think, next time I get in here.
Ugh, hot dog juice. That's disgusting. But that is like a public hot tub. That's why I don't use public pools and public hot tubs.
Yeah, I get the private one.
Well, of course.
It was nice.
Of course.
You know how many times I've used that freaking hot tub since
Never?
I've had it? Like, I forget that I got it. It's like my motorcycle. I forget that I got it.
You don't act retired though. So even when you're relaxing, you're doing social media, you're. Yeah,
I kind of think I do act a little bit retired because, I go when I want. So it's kind of nice.
Well, maybe your schedule has changed.
But I just have fun.
But your energy level, I don't think has changed. You're still really full of energy.
Yeah.
Which is exhausting to watch.
We got class tonight. I got to go from 5:30 to.
You have class.
And I've got like 15 students. That's great.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And a lot of people are still asking, can I still sign up? Yeah. So that's good. You can still sign up. You've got an extra day in there because you can miss 2 days, 2 nights. You're allowed to miss 8 hours total.
So don't miss out on your real estate dream.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that Florida Pro Real Estate Academy is here for you, and you can sign up at your leisure. Go to floridapronow.com, floridapronow.com. Sign up.
Is
63
that really
hour.
the website?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, get it done now.
That's, call to action.
Yeah.
It's great.
So, no, it's good. And then, so tell me a little bit about, we'll talk about mine after, but I always like to talk about what Shannon did this weekend. Yeah.
So I caught up on a little bit of work. I made the mistake of calling one of my trainers and asking a question about like an internal report. And then they, of course, were like, oh, no, this is all wrong. So won't do that again.
And we were supposed to go to a party.
I did not.
I was supposed to be there.
I was on the phone doing my expenses. And so I skipped to the party. But come on, you knew it was a 50-50 shot of me actually coming. You're familiar with my work.
Alex and I went to the party. It was a great time. But when I got there, I think I even texted Diana. I go, where's Shannon? She's probably driving around the parking lot thinking, should I?
I know.
No. But no, you get tied up. I know what it's
Sometimes
like.
I can't handle the people, but this really was just, sometimes I have to do my job. I can't always be in here having fun with you.
Super nice people at the party. Good.
Yeah. Great entertainment.
Yeah, it was great entertainment.
Sure
Super nice people.
Food. I know
Opener
really
for Dan
nice.
Colwell for District 4 Commissioner.
My district?
Yeah, your district. So
we'll see if he's going to be my commissioner.
Yeah, no, that's good. And Dan was on the podcast the other day. You can go in and listen to that and get your information. Yeah. So, but it's these politics, in the county can get a little bit, iffy.
It's a big deal. As you guys discussed, we have a huge budget. It's just under $2 billion for the county.
With a B.
And so you have to have somebody who really does have good intentions and good character and a long track record of good character, as Dan does. You also, I think he's very proud of the fact that he's not a politician. He's just running for office, and he seems to think that that's the way that the county needs to go as well.
Yeah. And like I said, I think it's way too early to figure out exactly which one you want. I know which one I don't want, and I definitely like Dan. So we'll see with that. And I don't get to vote on it anyway, but support's big.
Equal time to the candidates.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Just so we're all informed.
Yeah. And that's the way I am. Listen, you want to come on here, pitch your side? Yeah. I'm all for it.
Dan personally and professionally.
Right. Correct.
And I just know him a little bit personally from his wife. And so learning their political leanings and promises and all of that is different.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. And plus big difference is he's in your district. So the impact could be, a lot bigger.
I might be calling his office a lot.
Exactly.
I do call them.
Exactly.
I watch the meetings, and I do call and email, as they'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, I think it's important we get involved because, listen, we all know those people in the community that live with us and bitch about everything.
But never at a meeting.
Yeah.
Never volunteer.
Yeah.
Never run for office. Never enlist. Right. Yeah. Like they don't do anything.
Sign to F up.
Skin in the game.
Yeah. Right. Let's play it.
I know.
Let's play it.
I say the same thing.
And I was telling Dan the other day, I go, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of freaking guts to put your name in the hat because once you put your name in the hat, that's when the shit's going to come, right?
Right.
You better be tough and be able to take it thick skin because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And I told him that as well when I saw him last time at a real estate event because he had run for another office.
Yeah. And I think anybody who does it, needs some credit because it's not for everybody. And
it's a huge commitment just to campaign.
It takes a lot to do that. Yeah.
And then, to really do so with the intention of doing it full time, like he said, it's a big responsibility.
Yeah, I know it is.
Our regular viewer, Victoria, is commenting. I love that she's interactive. I think she's talking to me, not you, though. Yeah, we do have a lot of complainers around the area. And I don't know that people don't know how to get involved. I think they just don't want to. What do you think? You think they're confused on how to interact and like where they can go? I mean, there are a lot of opportunities to get involved.
Yeah, I think people much rather sit on the sidelines and it's like the guy that watched the football game or it's easy to the Monday morning armchair quarterback, right? Mm-hmm. That guy sucks. Yeah, get your ass out there and do it. I think people really don't believe that their voice can be heard, and you are, you have been connected to people in the county, right? So, and I have as well. And believe me, when you call a county commissioner or the sheriff, it might take a couple calls, right? Mm-hmm. But you're going to get that squeaky wheel, gets the grease. I mean, it really does work. So there are ways to, make changes and, step up.
Well, we do have really accessible leadership. And when I joke about, the county commissioners knowing who I am because I email and call, I do. I go to the meetings, I speak, I organize other speakers. So they do know who I am, but I'm also very respectful. So, you don't have to have people know who you are because you're a big jerk either. Sometimes I watch people go to those meetings and I just think, what do you think you're going to get done like that? You don't have to kiss their ass, but you don't have to tear into them either. That's their job. And I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't serve on city council or county commission. That is a huge job and everybody is an asshole to you.
Yeah. And unthankful sometimes. and
all the time.
And well, I think that the county commissioners get a little benefit of it, and I'm not saying they take advantage of the benefit, but if that's what they're in it for, they get
the power.
They get some respect, right? I think so in the community. I think they do.
I think they get more pushback than they do respect, really, because people don't go out of their way to send an email to say, I agree with everything you did today and thank you so much for your leadership.
Yeah.
Some people do, but rarely. It's usually the complainers. It's the ones that say, I hope you and your whole family get sick and die and horrible shit like that, which is
that's bullshit.
What they said.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I mean, it's not just, this policy is going to hurt my business because of this. It's, I hope your family dies. So they do subject themselves and their families to, going out to restaurants or whatever. You never know who's going to spit in your food, just like being in law enforcement. There were places we've talked about before, places you would go that you knew were safe, where they weren't going to mess with your food.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot more backlash to being in leadership, unfortunately, than there is benefit.
Yeah, and I think that's changed over the years too, I believe. I mean, it's kind of getting crazy.
It used to be really well respected, and people have lost that respect, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Even the ones I don't agree with, they're doing the work. They're doing more than I'm willing to do, so you have to give it up to them.
Yeah. Just to go off a little bit aside, what do you think's happening in Collier County with the traffic? I mean, have you noticed a little bit longer to get someplace?
No.
Let me know in the comments. Let me know.
Yeah,
the car carriers.
Where are the car carriers? I saw one on my way here, and it was pulled over in a turn lane. I hate when they don't go into a parking lot. Well, if there's room to do it, okay. But if you're on Pine Ridge, please don't do that. That's not a good strategy. It's Pine Ridge.
But
there's a parking lot.
Car drivers like, I'm gonna get this shit dumped off. I'm not worried about how Shannon Livingston feels.
I know, but they're driving down Shannon Livingston Road.
Yeah, close.
Almost.
close.
I got 4 more commissioners to go.
Yeah, you're trying to get that done. But no, I mean, it's busy as hell. And unfortunately, I don't know if you watch the news, we lost a young guy last night on a motorcycle. SUV, Oil Well Road, off of Mockley Road. Looks like guy maybe turned in front of him. I mean, that motorcycle shit is scary.
Well, it is. And I lost a good friend on a motorcycle on I-75. And people do not look. These people don't look for cars. They certainly don't look for motorcycles. And the traffic has picked up again. And so it is very scary for the motorcycle people out there. Yeah, and this guy was young, right?
Yeah, 20 years old. Poor guy,
20. The mom in me just wants to throw up.
Yeah, you feel for him because based on the initial report that I received, he's driving down the road, vehicle was turning left into his path, and said the motorcycle struck.
Didn't see the bike.
Yeah, didn't see the bike, it sounds like. And hell, that happened to me the other night driving my Jeep, and I have like all these lights on it and the freaking thing, and some guy I'm like, this guy's not pulling out right now as I'm slamming on the brakes.
Well, and I also see that for some reason people just expect you to give them the right of way even though they don't have it. Yeah. Like this guy was pulling out of the gas station and he tries cutting me off to get into the turn lane. And of course I didn't let him in, and I'm the friendliest driver in the world. If you want to get in, I of course will let you get in and merge. We can all go much faster. But this guy just wanted to, cut in line and be a problem. And I made him sit there like a dumbass and block traffic until he finally pulled back in and went all the way around.
Sometimes I do the same thing.
Yeah. Have some consideration for the other people.
But let me ask you this question. When you walk out of Publix or walk out of a grocery store, that's
my phone.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. When you walk out of a place and you're allowed to walk across the street as a pedestrian, right? Mm-hmm. Do you stop and expect people to stop, or do you kind of like slow down, look, make sure everybody stopped and then go? Because I sure to hell don't take the chance that someone's going to stop.
Yeah, no, people don't stop.
No, I don't. Anybody who says, they're going to stop for me, I'm like, hell no.
They don't stop at all. And they also, in parking lots, they stand in the middle and just talk to their friend, just right in the middle. And like other cars are not coming at all.
They're on vacation.
And then when they're done, their parking, their shopping cart goes right next to your car, like in the parking in the spot instead of back in the cart corral. I don't know where these people are from, but they don't ever return a cart.
Yeah, and Frederick's got it right. No, there's no doubt there's a whole new rudeness. I mean, I have no doubt that Like Frederick's saying, there's definitely a whole new freaking group of rudeness going on.
And so Fred and Gigi are from Gigi Clean. Give them a little shout out.
Yay!
They used to clean my house when I could afford them, when I was in a nicer house and had some more money. But they're still very good friends of mine, and they are just killing it with their business, growing a lot. And so they have big vans. So if Fred is driving this big van and people are still rude to him on the road, you know, a motorcyclist has no chance at all.
Yeah. Well, so Frederick obviously knows that things have changed, the tempo. Do you think it's changed a little bit? You're welcome, Frederick, and nice plug there, but that's good. She's got to love you for that. But do you think, Frederick, it's changed because of the whole COVID thing, or just people starting to lose their mind? Because they did say that the travel is going to be real rough this year for Thanksgiving because people are fine. I mean, that's kind of what we want to know.
These are not the Canadians that finally were allowed to leave. Canadians, even on their worst day, are still more polite than Americans.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah. And their driving is awful, but only because it's slow. They're not the ones that cut you off. Those are like the Pennsylvania and the Ohio and the, you know.
But let me ask you this though. Do you think it makes a difference where those Americans come from?
Yes. Missouri plates never cut me off. First of all, most of the people from Missouri don't have enough money to bring their ass down here. So you don't see a whole lot of them. Not a whole lot of us escape. But yeah, there's some people that are more aggressive. When I see plates that are from New Jersey, I know there's going to be a problem.
Now, all our New Jersey fans, you know, and I don't say New York is the same way. They don't fuck around.
But New Yorkers don't really drive as much. And so if they're from the city, they may not even have a car.
True.
They're going to have Florida plates down here because that'll get you too. You look at the plates and they're Florida and you're like, how could you not know? But because that is their second or third car, whatever, that they keep down here.
Yeah. The New Yorkers don't mess around. We did definitely in different ways. They're like, hey, this is the way it's going to be.
So. You know, when my father and I used to go to the grocery store every Sunday morning, he would bitch about the drivers and he would say, when I get old, I'm going to retire. I'm going to buy a hoopty car with no insurance. And I'm just going to run around and smack into people that are driving like an asshole. And then when he got older, it wasn't intentional, but he did start smacking into people's cars. And, and we had to take the car away from him.
Well,
he claimed it was because he was older, but I think it was on purpose. I think it was more of an anger issue than a reflex issue. So we had to take the car.
Well, yeah. Anytime I see an accident, especially, you know, anybody getting killed is one thing, but a young guy, 20 years old and driving a motorcycle, I keep my motorcycle pretty much in the garage. I've had that thing I've had a motorcycle all my life, but this last Harley I had was 2013. I think I got like 1,500 miles on it. So I don't drive.
I used to really enjoy riding as well. And down here, it scares me too much. Now you could trailer the bike, take me out somewhere where there are no people, no snowbirds.
Right.
And then, then I would enjoy riding. But going through the traffic and stuff here it would scare me too much.
Yeah. Well, at nighttime, it's not bad, but during the day, it's hot, number one.
Do you wear chaps?
No, I don't.
Would you?
Yeah, I guess I would. Yeah, I mean.
What about no pants underneath? Just the chaps?
only, when I'm festive.
I don't know what that means. The holidays are coming up, though.
Well, maybe,
so like there's a good chance of that.
Yeah, happening. It's so hot down here. I don't wear them. I just wear, honestly, I wear jeans, boots, and, something like that. Maybe a pullover.
A jacket, and I've never worn them in Florida.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
But, it's better than road rash.
Yeah. That's true too.
Jeans
no doubt.
Don't stop everything.
No, they don't. They don't. So there's a couple other crazy things going on. There's a guy. Now I don't know. We've run into him down here in Florida as well. But this guy actually, 52-year-old Long Island man. There's our New Yorkers, right? Mm-hmm. Long Island man. He was 23 years in a home up in Long Island, and they finally evicted him. He hadn't paid his mortgage in 23 years. He's like the longest squatter of all time.
But he figured out the system, and you can't be mad at him for that. Just like people that form a new LLC every 2 or 3 years, and it just, takes a loss every year, and then there's a new LLC. They figured out the system. So how can you be pissed off at them for that? Wouldn't you be a squatter if you could figure that out? Just pay the taxes. You don't have to
Yeah,
pay
I mean,
any
maybe I
mortgage.
can't say, but for some reason I can't sleep when I don't pay my bills.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be like
Because you're a goody goody.
No, I'd be like this all the time. Like every person knocking on my door, I'd be like, okay, what do they want?
But even if you didn't have a conscience, which you do, you would have to always be on alert. You can't go to the grocery store. You couldn't go to a funeral. You can't ever leave because you would come back to the doors locked, which is exactly what happened to this guy. They finally and then I don't
catches up with you.
understand. But I don't understand the story too, because they said there were like 3 owners. So 3 people tried to evict this guy. And finally, the third guy was successful. What happened to the other 2 people that bought that house and could never get that squatter out?
Well, I know people in Florida that have houses and they don't even really know that they've got them. So that might have been a situation like that. It's crazy.
Really?
I know
like
a guy.
That much wealth?
I know a guy on Marco. He buys houses so he can store his cars in them. So he gets like 2 cars in each garage, and he'll buy another house.
Right. It appreciates in value instead of renting a garage.
And exactly. So it appreciates.
If you have the money, it's
smart. Super smart because every 10 years, every 5 years, the thing almost doubles in price. So I mean, but you got to have that capital to lay out. So maybe it was just somebody who had a house that just didn't know. And this is a mortgage, so maybe this is being held by the bank though. So I don't know how he kind of navigated it.
My brother and sister-in-law had a house in like outside of Sedalia, Missouri, very rural area, and they had some people that were going to rent it. And then a few months into it, they found out that the people were, I think, like making meth, and there were all these people living there, and it was just like a full-blown commune of squatters. And I'm not sure that they ever got them out. They had to just give up that property.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. And believe it or not, a lot of people don't realize there's a way in Florida that you can take basically a hostile takeover of someone's property.
SWAT team. I can get the SWAT team to come
you can
get that renter out.
You can stay there. Yeah,
your lease is over.
Yeah. Well, no, you can. Well, if you stay on a piece of land, it's almost impossible to do, but we teach it in the real estate class. If you can stay on someone's land and pay their taxes, and they fail to do that, it's a 7-year period. Then there's a whole bunch of other stuff you got to do. You can actually hostilely take over that piece of property.
Right. But you have to pay the taxes.
Yeah, you gotta be doing something on it. And it has to be basically the way they're saying it, it's really hardly ever done. But there's people squat out in the Everglades. I mean, they're squatting out there now, living on people's land that they don't even know who they are.
Squatting it sounds like they're peeing. I don't.
Kind of.
Or pooping.
Yeah, they kind of.
The Everglades.
Yeah.
Where else they would probably squat is Yellowstone, which is a lead into our next story. And this woman got arrested for, what is it? Thermal features, trespassing, walking on thermal features.
Thermal features.
Is that a geyser?
Yeah, look. Yeah. You can't walk on that stuff.
It looks beautiful, but it smells like rotten eggs. Have you been to
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone?
Yeah. I actually have never been to Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, that would be a fun trip for 239. Diana, do you have a Diana cam? Where's your little face?
We need a Diana cam.
There she is. Would you go in? Tim has an RV, so could we take all of the new mobile equipment that you guys just got and do a trip to Yellowstone? Would you do that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The mic's not on. Tim has you turned down.
No, I know.
He's trying to oppress you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Don't oppress the strong women.
They want the feedback.
It would be cool though, going out there.
Because you've never been. And would you think you would like to see like all of the nature and do camping, like and ride a little a donkey like up and down the canyon?
Yeah, I could see that. Nature is my thing.
But what about the helicopter? Joe said he would never be in a helicopter after what happened to Kobe. So would you do the helicopter ride through the Grand Canyon?
Well, yeah.
You would?
Yeah. Why not?
And they fly a lot. So Diana, you wouldn't have a huge problem with that, right? You just go with the helicopter, cruise around. I mean, when I say they fly a lot, there's so many flights. I mean, Kobe's pilot, I don't think should have took off.
The odds of dying.
Well, I think the odds of dying, because there's so many flights, the odds of dying in a helicopter crash are probably slim to none.
Well, I wasn't a math major, but I'll I'll give that to you. Whatever.
But if you never go in a helicopter,
then the odds
then
are
your odds
definitely on your side.
yeah, definitely go.
Just take the donkey. You fall off the donkey, you can get back up.
Yeah.
It's a short little fall.
Yeah. So what is
You can say, hey, I got a little ass.
got a little ass.
Got a little ass on my trip.
So what would you think a thermal feature is? It's got to be these things,
I think
right?
it's a geyser. But yeah, it says she was walking on it. But then it's a whole thing because this didn't just happen. It happened in July, and she's still making news with it because she got out of the sentencing. Apparently, she does not have to do hard time for walking on the geyser. They realized that was stupid.
Yeah.
And so they said, okay, we're going to let you go.
Well, you know, you're not allowed to molest manatees either.
That's right.
Or alligators.
People keep doing it, though.
You molest the shit out of them.
They
and
shouldn't
it's
be wearing
not
those
good.
tight pants if they didn't want it.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's like interesting. But no, so there's a lot of those rules and regulations here in Florida, and we talk about the alligators. You know, a lot of people go feed them and do all kinds of stuff.
You know, what I'm waiting to happen is like the boardwalks where you can go walk in the sanctuaries and the gators come right up on you, or just the riding trails or whatever, and people think like, oh, there must be a fence, or you know, like, no, they're going to come right up on you, and it's up to you to go around the gators if they're on the trail or whatever. But people take their little kids or their little dogs, and they're just not very aware of their surroundings.
Yeah, it's those
why
are.
has the gator not taken someone down on the boardwalk yet?
Yeah, those are real animals. They are dangerous.
Right.
Critters.
Yeah, they're not on cue.
Right.
They don't have their
Right.
SAG cards.
Yeah.
So they're there for real. They
Yeah.
want to mate.
Well, I think a lot of people, it's strange. A lot of people come to Florida, they just don't really realize that
They
this
think
shit
it's
is out
Disney
there.
World,
Yeah, they
though.
don't think this stuff's out there.
Yeah, they're used to a zoo, or you know, even like the interactive drive-through things where you can like pet it. Like you can't ride your bike through and pet the gator. That is not how Florida works.
It's real.
Maybe that's what happened to all these missing people that, you know, we can't find every year. Half of them are maybe in the swamp.
Gator petting. Could be gator
That could
petting.
be a good business.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, it would be a funnel to the prosthetic business, but that's all right.
Yeah, that'd be it. That's why Arthrex does so good, right? Need a new arm, you know, gator bit it off.
That's
You know, it's
terrible.
good.
That's why they're in Florida.
Yeah, that's good. That's right. That's why they're in Florida. It's good business. Well, yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Is this it for our story?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of stories today. I mean, I know for a fact that I can come up with a really, really good question for you.
Well, yeah, we had
And-
quite a few stories, but I like these questions better.
Yeah, you're really good with them. You're really good with them because you ask.
I know myself well.
You ask Shannon something, she'll tell you.
I'm introspective and very transparent.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
probably means I'm on the spectrum.
Oh, this is a good one.
not
This is a good one.
productive
Yeah,
enough.
this is a good one. Good one for Shannon. I know you can't zoom in on it, but why are you doing what you're currently doing?
Why?
That's a good goddamn question, right?
Why am I doing? Well, that I would have to say what I'm doing. So, do you think for work,
Well, maybe like
my personal
sitting
life?
here. or
What aspect?
what are you currently doing right now? You're talking to Tim. Why are you doing what you currently do?
Well, right now my legs are crossed because I'm wearing fishnet hose and boots, and the hose snag on the boots, on the zipper of the boots, and so sometimes it gets stuck. So I haven't tried to uncross my legs because I did an interview earlier and I got hooked up on myself.
That
That
would
is
be
why
interesting.
that is why I'm sitting like this, because if I try to undo it, nope, okay, they came apart.
So you're just like
So
happy.
I'm-
You're
so
just
I'm
like
good
happy.
now. I'm good now.
You're just like happy.
So, okay. Here's one for you. A stylist notices a complicated hairstyle. A singer notices a talented vocalist. What do you notice?
Oh, that's a good one. I notice talent.
I was just gonna say you do. You notice raw talent and work ethic.
I do. I know, like
You
people
know not only who's talented, but who's gonna deliver, who you can count
who
on,
can kind of
who's
deliver.
gonna
Yeah,
appreciate
Yeah.
the opportunity.
yeah. We've got the best
about you, Diana.
director. We get the best director ever.
Ooh, Diana.
No, and character. So I notice people like. I mean, I look at people and I talk to people and I kind of notice and I really admire you for, you know, every time we plan something, you're here, you're locked on, we have fun.
Well, thank you. But
and it's
isn't
good.
that sad that that is what society has come to. Like, I really admire you for keeping your word and
Well,
showing up twice a week when you say you're going.
But you help me out. You're good. And Diana, like, she's
this is
on
like
time.
9:45.
I know you enjoy it, but it's like, that's kind of like me too. I mean, I enjoy doing this.
Well, and I wouldn't commit to it if I wasn't going to do it.
We have fun. And then, but Diana, she always shows up. She says, I'm going to be 10 minutes late. That's important. You can't find that anymore. It's hard.
Well, and Diana takes it to the next level. So she doesn't just deliver on what you suggest, or not really my suggestions, more explaining why my suggestions won't work and they're stupid, but that's okay. But really, you always have those ideas of like how to make it new, or that like the next level. So I appreciate that about you too.
Yeah. I'm not saying you give me a lot of ideas. You really do. You're very creative. That's your brain.
Hi, very creative.
And the thing is, sometimes we got to think about, how we going to find the time to do it. There's a lot of cool things. And we got some things we got in mind of doing. So it's just a matter of being able to have the time to pull them off.
There's a lot of equipment that goes into taking this shit show on the road.
Yeah, we're going to do that. I think that'll be fun. Because I've already had so many people say, hey, can you come out? Can you come out? So I'm like, yeah, sure. We'd like to do that. Let me ask you this. What job other than your own would you like to have?
So I really want to be like Dr. Laura. I want to sit in my house and do a radio show, which, I could do the video with it as well. But I love the way that she gives advice to people and she yells at them. Like, she'll call women unpaid whores for living with their boyfriends, even though she did it for like 15 years.
Dr. Laura did?
Yeah. But she'll call them unpaid whores and tell them how stupid they are, and, tell mothers that they should get their tubes tied because they should never reproduce again. Like, she just lays it out
tells it like it is.
And they go, thank you, Dr. Laura. That's what I needed to hear. So I would like to verbally abuse people and have them thank me for it. And I could do it like in pajamas, surrounded by dogs. That to me sounds like a great life.
You folks out there listening, we've got quite a few today. Why don't you just like ask a question, and Shannon would happily verbally abuse it.
A paid whore, whatever you got going on.
Shannon never lets me down. I'm red again. And she didn't even say anything bad. No, not really, but
But women in particular don't like to deal with the truth. So, I've had women come to me and say, oh, my husband said this or that, and he doesn't want to have sex with me anymore, and blah, blah, blah. And I think it's just his hormones. And I'm like, no, he's definitely fucking someone else. And they get, that in combination.
You that blunt?
But like with a few different red flags. It's obvious to see other people's problems from the outside, right? Like, it's obvious to the rest of the people. And they don't want to deal with it. But, I'm just thinking, you need to move on with your life. Like, you got to get in touch with reality, and they'll let that shit go on.
Yeah, but I usually let other people just figure out on their own, because it's not my. I just
if
don't.
They ask me, then
that's true.
I'm not just going to be like knock on the door. Hey, husband's fucking around.
Yeah,
probably pack.
Has that ever happened to you, where you'd have to tell somebody, or you felt you did and you didn't, and you did and you got jammed up for it, or?
You can never get involved in someone else's relationship, because the minute you do, they will patch it up. And then you're the asshole that said a bunch of bad things about the husband, the wife, the girlfriend, whatever, right? Even if you were right.
I agree. Yeah.
And so you just can't. And they don't hold the person responsible for their behavior. It's the messenger.
Yeah. Plus it's like, I would never do that, because I'm pretty close perfect, but not there yet. So I just don't feel like it's my place to like tell somebody else that, what they're doing is wrong. It's up to them.
Like, if you saw them cheating?
Yeah. I mean, if I went to a bar and I saw another person I know with another lady, I wouldn't pick up the phone and call his wife.
What if it's your brother-in-law?
I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't say, you need to stop cheating on my sister? I know
if it's my brother-in-law that's doing it?
I'm not going to say anything.
That type of brother-in-law.
But you need to stop.
Yeah, I would say something to him personally, but I wouldn't pick up the phone and call her and say, "Hey, I just saw."
Yeah, I would handle it the same way.
Yeah, I'd say, "Hey, bro, don't be."
But I would tell him that the game was over,
and
he needed to buy her something nice and keep his ass at home.
I would tell him to get it. If you don't want, get it.
If you don't want to be there,
move on.
Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I agree. Yep.
Yeah, people can't do that either, though.
No, it's hard.
It's
hard.
Confrontation.
Confrontation.
Well, I love confrontation.
Yeah, you like it?
I love it.
Yeah, you like it?
Oh, Oh, you're gonna start the music over.
Well, that's the only way we
can.
can. How do we shut this down?
Oh, that's my outro music.
No,
I thought that
it
was
could
just
be-
gonna be anytime I talk.
Yeah.
You'd like
Actually,
to
when
crank
Shannon's
that
talking,
up.
we just crank it
Yeah.
up. Anything else to add?
talk
We got
louder.
like 35 seconds.
No, I'm excited for the new format of the show that's coming up. I don't know when that's gonna start, but we're gonna be doing more podcasting. So I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
we are. We're gonna do podcasting. Set's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna have a little fun with it, and I think you guys will enjoy it. We got Diana. She's working on it. She works every day from 6 p.m. to 10 o'clock at night on the set.
Does she?
Yeah.
With her carpentry skills?
Yes. Yes. She's doing it all.
Like a little elf making
Yeah.
Christmas toys out there.
Yeah. 229 Uncensored. Everything Southwest Florida and beyond. This is the live edition, and we are out.
We are
Shannon
out.
Livingston.